Ever need an escape from reality?
How about a laugh every now and again? It's time for Tales of Woe! It's an hour of comedy and conversation about nothing in particular.
Your weekly broadcast of weekly nonsense.
Get ready for a program that's sure to leave you saying, Whoa!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first episode of our brand new podcast, Tales of Whoa! Tales of Woe with spelled like
Whoa.
W-H-O-A, like whoa. Get it? It's a play on words. You get it? My name's Ian Ray.
It's funny.
It's funny, yeah. My name's Ian Ray, one of your co-hosts. Introduce yourself.
And I'm your other host, Estevan.
Yes, we are the ones you will be spending an hour with, listening to us talk about random shit. But this is the show, something new we're trying. We're going to just be talking about anything and everything because it's fun.
What's not to love?
What's not to love? That's a great point. Any opening remarks on your end, Estevan?
I'm excited to be here, Mr. Ray. I'm excited for this. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to talk about literally the stupidest things humanly possible.
It's going to be a blast, is what it's going to be. And I believe beforehand we were talking about you wanted to we wanted to discuss the new show. You guys might have seen it. Very popular TV series right now. It's an adaptation of a very popular video game.
Very avant-garde.
Yeah, very avant-garde. Knuckles is the show, is what we're referring to.
Knuckles.
Not Fallout.
Paramount Plus's Knuckles. No, not Fallout.
No, yeah. Who
that.
cares about Fallout? I'm here for the live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie universe. That's what I'm here for.
Exactly.
No, Knuckles. It was something. You know? I can't say I didn't enjoy it.
That's one way to put it.
I can't say I didn't enjoy it, but unexpected for sure. Definitely an unexpected one.
I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the weirdest shows I've ever seen. It was. I don't even know if it's a Knuckles show.
No, it's not.
It's the spoilers.
Yeah, full spoilers.
For future listeners.
We spoil.
Full spoilers. We get into spoiler territory here.
Yeah, unless it's something
that is not the Knuckles
new.
show.
No. Yeah, absolutely not.
This is the Wade Whipple show.
Wade
100%.
Whipple and also Knuckles is there for some reason from Sonic. That's what the show is. That's what this show is. There is at least 2 episodes where Knuckles only shows up for like a couple minutes, and then it's just Wade going off and doing whatever the hell he's doing.
It's so weird. It's literally like a fever dream. I don't know whose idea it was that the ultimate battle was a bowling tournament, but it exists. This is one of the shows of all time.
Very true.
100%.
Very good point you bring up there. That is a very good way to put it. The bowling was interesting. I actually think I remember that from one of the video games, so I'm glad they brought that. No, I'm just kidding.
That's crazy.
No,
I wouldn't know.
No, I wouldn't either. I haven't played very many Sonic games myself. I remember when I was a kid, I had a phase where I was like really into Sonic, just kind of like the world of Sonic and like the lore and the characters and whatnot. But I just wasn't playing the games. I just thought it was cool, and I think I like watched one of the cartoons. But yeah, not a big Sonic
I played
guy.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Okay,
That was the one game I played a lot, and I played Sonic Riders, the one where they use like a hover snowboard type things. I played the crap out of that game. That game was insane.
Is that it's just a racing game like Mario Kart type shit?
It's just a racing game, but it's got story.
Oh,
but it's like just a racing game.
How do the snowboard hovercraft vehicles, how do they mix into the story? Like, do they play an important role in the developing
They're just like
story?
riding along. I don't remember. Like it's like something to do with obviously Dr. Eggman, but
yeah,
literally they're just riding along, and then they gotta like it's like a race against time type deal, and obviously Dr. Eggman is involved. God, it's such a fever dream. I need
Sonic
I need to
Riders.
revisit that.
I've never played it myself.
Sonic Riders, yeah.
Have you ever heard of Sonic
So
the
weird.
Fighters?
Sonic Fighters?
Yeah, Sonic. No. It's called Sonic the Fighters. Don't forget the.
No.
Sonic the Fighters.
Don't forget the.
Is I've played it like once. It was on like the PlayStation like Plus kind of subscription based. What is that look like? PlayStation Now? Is that what it's called? Something like that. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
I had like the free trial. I was checking it out, seeing what they had to offer, and I found Sonic the Fighters. It's basically like a kind of like a Mortal Kombat kind of Sonic game.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Definitely. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but I remember it has these crazy graphics to it. They look very like they're like I don't know the word. I guess like polygons. I don't know. Like they have like very sharp edges, but it's 3D. I don't know. It's a interesting game to say the least. I played a couple rounds.
Weird.
Yeah, Sonic
straight up just ripping spines out of Knuckles and
Who-
vice versa. Oh my God, that's insane.
Yeah, who would
They
you
really
main
just
in this game?
Decided to go crazy.
Who would you main?
I have no idea.
I think
I guess like to capitalize on like the Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat craze. I don't know, when did this game come out? Because it probably came out around the same time.
yeah.
But yeah.
Who would you main though? Like your fighter, you know?
Oh, I'm a Tails man through and through.
You're a Tails main?
Miles per hour.
That quickly, you're like,
Yeah.
I would be a Tails main.
Yeah.
Okay, I can respect it.
Hit him in the face with the tails.
Yeah.
Helicopter tails.
I would have.
Boom.
I'm looking at a picture
Stand
of what I assume to be the full roster. I think I would have to go with Jet the Hawk, that green bird.
No, yeah.
He's cool,
Dude, he's in the Sonic Riders game.
Is
He's in the
he?
Sonic
Is he
Riders.
fast? I think. I mean,
Yeah.
he's a bird. He should be
Yeah.
fast. I know Sonic's whole thing is fast, but like the bird should be.
Yeah, this game is so
fast.
weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, Sonic video
But yeah,
games.
yeah.
Don't
Sonic
have-
video games do get weird. They really did. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, for obviously, Shadow the Hedgehog was a very polarizing game, and literally
Was
because
it?
It's like an emo Sonic.
Why was
with
it polarizing? There's guns, like straight
It
up.
was
guns?
just like weird. Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, dude, Shadow fights with guns.
Wow. I'm ready to see him
So
in
we're
the
gonna see-
movie. Keanu, he's gonna pop the fuck
Oh,
off.
yeah.
I think.
He's
I
gonna be great.
one of the things I like read about Shadow's origins, and again, I'm not a Sonic expert. I just get on Instagram. But one of the things I saw is like a really important piece of Shadow's origin story, you know, is he was created in this lab in space as like an anti-Sonic, I think. And you know, there's this little girl there who's like, I assume she's like the child of one of the scientists or something.
Yeah.
And her and Shadow strike up quite a friendship, and she's like the first sign of like love and compassion he ever experiences, you know, in a life otherwise lived in a dark laboratory. And I hear that in pretty much every rendition of Shadow's story, this girl gets killed in cold blood. She gets like gunned down. I think she gets gunned down. And
Yeah.
man, I think we're about to see that in the movie. Actually, I think
It's
I
gonna
know
happen.
we're gonna see it because they casted the character of this little girl. They already
They
cast
did?
her. Oh yeah, some little girl.
Oh my God, I gotta see this.
You know,
But not only that, he was created by none other than, a little fun fact, this is like the only one of the few facts I know, is he was made by Dr. Eggman's grandfather.
whoa, that
Yeah.
is
So
an
it's a family thing.
interesting piece of information. What's his grandfather's name? Is what I want to know.
Oh my God. What
Is
was
it-
his name?
Is it like Robotnik?
Gerald
Sr.?
Robotnik.
Gerald Robotnik. That's not very intimidating.
No.
no.
Professor Gerald Robotnik versus Dr. Eggman, Ivo Robot.
Ivo is a sick first name. Ivo, if
It
you
is
were
a sick
if
name.
you were a scientist who builds robots and your name was Ivo, I mean even Robotnik, obviously that's fire. But on top of that, Ivo, that's hard. Gerald sucks. Gerald, I would not be scared of Gerald. Like, what if you were Ivo Robotnik and, you know, you're like, oh, I'm not alone. You know, you're going to feel the wrath of my even smarter, even more powerful grandfather who taught me everything I knew.
Yeah.
This is Grandpa Gerald. I don't know if I'd be running and hiding from that introduction.
I don't know, man. It'll be so weird.
Yeah.
Dude, the lore is so weird. It gets pretty crazy.
With Shadow?
Like, Shadow's just like, yeah, it's so weird. Maria is the girl you're referring to, and I'm looking this up.
Maria.
And she's Professor Gerald Robotnik's granddaughter and Ivo's cousin.
What? Wow,
yeah.
that's
She has an illness, and that's why he creates Shadow, is in order to figure out how to cure her.
Wow. So he wasn't created just to fuck up Sonic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. That's crazy. That is crazy.
He suffers from the Jason Bourne type trope of always like ending up with amnesia and never knowing who he is.
Damn.
Like, who he is.
So he's a bit of a tortured soul, Shadow, isn't he?
He is a tortured soul. He's an emo king.
He is. And I think that ultimately makes the casting of Keanu Reeves that much more perfect.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. He's a lone wolf or a lone hedgehog, I suppose. I think we're in for a treat with the third installment.
I agree. I love Keanu. Keanu's great.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's coming back. That makes me happy, especially after the retirement rumors.
Yeah, and you know what else I heard about Jim Carrey in this new one? I hear this might just be speculation, but I hear that he is going to be wearing a full-on fat suit, and he's going to be really spherical.
Oh my God, they're going to make him look like Eggman. Thank
Eggman.
God, that's going to be so
He's
great.
going to look like a fucking egg.
That's going to be so nice. Yes.
I just
absolutely. I'm so down.
I like the gradual progression that this character has gone through, because they're fully going into just the goofiness now. Like the way he looked in the first movie, I'll admit, he doesn't look like he does in the games, but he looked pretty badass. He had that slick kind of haircut. Cool. His mustache was very short and trimmed. I'm like, okay, this is a sophisticated Dr. Robotnik. This is not Dr. Eggman yet. And he looked great in the second one. He's going to be even more goofy. I'm ready. I am a fan.
My God.
Let the record show that I am a fan of the Sonic movie franchise.
The Sonic movie franchise is a weird franchise for me, because
it is.
Let's go back to going back to Knuckles. It's like they focus too much on the humans, and it's the same problem you see with like Godzilla movies.
Yes,
monster movies. It's like they focus too much on the humans
between
and not for literally the characters we're there to watch. Like I'm there to see Knuckles, bust up some, beat up on some people. I'm not there to see Wade Whipple get his ass whooped.
But again, I'm not necessarily upset about what I got, because the thing about Wade...
No, it was weird.
Wade...
But it was a good weird.
But in episode 1, Wade gets introduced, and he's bowling, and there's a little girl that's making fun of him. And right out the gate, I was like, okay, I'm going to get sick of this guy really fast. But I weirdly grew to love him with each new episode. He's kind of awesome, and he's pretty funny. Like, I don't know. What's that guy? What's the actor who played Gene in the Emoji Movie? He sounded like him, kind of.
I haven't seen the Emoji Movie. I refuse to hurt myself like that.
I actually watched it not too long ago.
Oh my God, willingly?
No, it wasn't willingly. Okay,
good.
It was put on, and I didn't enjoy it very much. But I wish I could.
TJ Miller?
TJ Miller, that's who I'm thinking of. Dude, he sounded like him. Wade Whipple sounded like him, but like better.
Oh my God, you're so right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And less pervy.
Less pervy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're so right. He does sound like him.
He sounds just like him. No, but overall...
But dude, the dialogue is so weird in that show. Like, I remember the ending where like the commentator is like, this guy, like essentially just saying like, this guy is like a shell of a human being, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the most out of pocket shit I've ever heard.
The commentators
I feel
were
so
great.
bad for him.
The commentators
They were so
fantastic.
out of pocket, dude. They were so like out of like they were there to hurt. They were there to hurt him.
The rock opera episode was something to be adored, but also confused.
I have no idea what the hell was going on, man.
I was just
we
like,
essentially got Knuckles' like whole origin story in the form of a low budget rock opera, and I don't know how I feel about that, man. That's just the weirdest way to go.
I'm just like,
it really is
interesting way to tell his origin. That's for sure. Interesting
it is
way to do it. It's not what I would have assumed for them to do.
They blew the budget on those Michael Bolton lines.
Like, for real, what? Yeah, they really did. Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Yeah, and again, that was one of the episodes that Knuckles just like was barely in. I mean, he was in it in a way.
Yeah.
Because it was just like I don't know. And Christopher Lloyd too. We haven't even mentioned that. What the hell?
Yeah, like Christopher Lloyd is just straight up Chief Pachacamac.
Yeah, Pachacamac, something like that. That sounds about right.
That was crazy.
Crazy
man.
show.
That was crazy.
Crazy show.
He's just casually in there, and then it got like. It was so weird, and then the sister is so annoying. I'm not gonna lie to you, I hated her.
Dude, she
was like really.
That's Judy in the Righteous Gemstones. She's one of the main characters in the Righteous Gemstones.
Oh my god, you're right, dude. And I just watched the first episode.
Yeah, it's Judy.
And it's really good. It's really good.
It's good, but she does no hate to the actress at all. You know, she's doing the character, but damn, does she get annoying? She does.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I mean that she just does it really well. She plays an annoying character very well.
Oh yeah. Like when she's like, I'm gonna I just gotta dislocate my thumb. I got it, guys. I got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm just like, can you stop?
She
says
just
Knuckles casually is like, just give me the chiaba bread.
Chiaba bread. Yeah, and they give it to him at a bar in Reno. They give it to him. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize they had that. You know, they're probably keeping it in the back. You know.
Yeah, I didn't realize they just have chiaba bread on deck. Like, what's going on with this Reno world? No, and then the dad is just weird. Like, why British? Why they made him?
He's fake British. He's fake British. He's not even British.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Why'd they make him fake
British? I don't
British?
know. That's the thing is like there's so many of these just like goofy elements to this show where I'm just like, this is the Knuckles the Echidna show? You know, I'm just like, what? But again, it's kind of funny. Like, I don't know.
It is really funny.
It's basically like, you know how in Sonic 2, there was the whole subplot where they're at the wedding in Hawaii? And that shit sucked.
It's essentially that.
It was that if it was good. Is that if it was good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But, you know, overall, it's a kid's show.
Just, like,
I think kids will like it.
Just don't know how to
I'm an adult and I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah. But the kids will like it.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. There was, like, really high highs that got balanced by, like, really low lows. So, for me, it just falls kind of, like, in the middle.
Yeah.
Of, like, oh, you know, it's a show. It's a show. I can't really harp on it too much because it's definitely, like, catered for kids.
Yeah.
And, like, kids shows got a kid show. I thought the weird thing was that, like, at the beginning, they really made it seem like, oh, Knuckles is going to, like, learn his lesson and he's going to learn how to, like, live with people and how to, like, act normal. And that just never happened.
No, it was more about Wade.
That was just so weird. It just never happened.
Knuckles played the role of the I don't know, like the trainer, the guy, the coach, you know. He was the Rocky to Wade's Creed, you know. Like Rocky was the main
Exactly.
Sorry, not Rocky. Wade was the main character. And Knuckles was just his like spiritual warrior master. And I don't know. So weird. It was weird, but kids probably like it. Speaking of kids.
Yeah, I mean.
Speaking of kids, crazy new development at a place that a lot of kids like to go to.
I think I know where you're going.
I'm talking about Dave and Buster's. And, this has been going
Dude.
around. You guys probably have already heard all about it. But you can bet now. You can gamble at Dave and Buster's. You got to be 18. Don't, make no mistake about that. But that's just wild. I mean, I'm just like, how does it even work? Like, on any game, you can just
I
bet?
don't know, man. Dude, there's going to be somebody that loses their house betting a 3-way parlay on skee ball. I just know it's going to happen. And it's just like, holy crap! Is Dave & Buster's that like down bad for cash that they need to like?
I wouldn't think
cater
so.
more to adults and be like, we'll let you gamble.
I don't know.
Like,
wouldn't.
They got to cater to the degenerates.
Like I feel like Dave & Buster's is like still pretty fucking popular. Like, it's popping like all the time. And again, it's like, it's sick for adults already without the gambling, because there's like bars and fucking there's like actual good food there. Like, it's not just like, oh, come play games and also we have a food menu. It's like, no, this is equally an arcade and a restaurant. And so
Yep.
It's
right.
It's a good environment, but I don't know, maybe they were just like, let's just do something insane and let them gamble and see how this goes.
I'm down to go and gamble.
Yeah, I mean,
in a couple weeks.
I'm definitely down. I don't know shit about like casinos and stuff or like real gambling, so I would be much more in my element at Dave & Buster's. I would be betting on the Flappy Bird or flying tickets, I believe is what it's called.
Oh yeah.
I am insane.
Yeah, you gotta bet on the guy that knows how to game the claw machine. That's who you gotta.
That is also true.
Run your money through.
Yeah. No, but like,
you get a guy that knows how to beat the claw machine. It's game over, man. You're going home like happy camper.
Yeah.
With a lot more money in your pocket.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Bet the farm. Bet the farm.
It's too bad those damn claw machines are rigged, though.
For real, it's like it's awful.
I think the worst part about the fact that claw machines are rigged is it's just like confirmed and it's a fact. Like, it's not like speculation or like a theory. It's not like, ooh, there's a conspiracy theory that those claw machines that you know and love. Well, there's a theory that they actually are rigging them. No. This is confirmed. Like, we know it. Yeah. We know it to be true. But we play it anyway because we're like, well, maybe this is the one where it's going to clamp down a little bit harder, like every 9 goes or whatever. But
yeah, dude, and people still pay for it. People still pay money out of their pocket and still actively waste money. It boggles my mind.
When I was a kid, bro, I probably on more than one occasion, but I remember this one time specifically, like, I would lose my mind if I didn't win, and it just like sucks your money away. I remember I was at this pizza place, and I was with like my whole family. My grandma and grandpa were there, and I don't know how old I was, probably like 7 or some shit. And there's a crane game, and I remember the toy in there was this like Bugs Bunny toy. It may have been like baby Bugs Bunny from like whatever I don't know. There's like this show where they're all babies, right? I don't know. I just remember it had like a big ass head, and so I was playing the crane game, and I was like picking it up, but it kept dropping. But then it got really close to the thing, and my mom was like, or who, I don't remember specifically how it went down, but basically no more crane game for Ian. I put enough tries in and I didn't win. And I was like, no, please let me go. And then it's my sister's turn. What do you know? She gets the damn thing, and I just lost my mind. And I think we had to like leave the restaurant because I was just throwing a temper tantrum. But that was that was unfair, If there's a God out there, he punished me that day by making my sister win the bunny, rub it in my fucking face. I deserve that goddamn rabbit.
I put in the effort.
Yeah, for real. Whatever.
It's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, I never went to Dave & Buster's as much as I did go to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, Chuck E. Cheese was closer to me.
Yes.
And Chuck E. Cheese is that's my jam. Like, I low-key want to get some Chuck E. Cheese.
I would go to Chuck E. Cheese with no shame at all. I would walk in there.
Okay.
So proud.
We'll go in May.
We'll
go in a couple weeks.
We're going to go.
To Chuck E. Cheese.
Hell yeah. No, when I was a kid,
I just remember the pizza being so fire. The pizza being so good.
It had a very distinct taste to it that you didn't really get anywhere else.
Exactly. Exactly.
I liked Chuck E. Cheese. The closest Chuck E. Cheese to me in Illinois was like an hour away. There was definitely not.
Oh wow.
There was definitely not a Dave and Buster's anywhere in sight. The closest one was probably like 3 hours. But every now and again, I would get the trip to Chuck E. Cheese because I liked Chuck E. Cheese, and like my grandma would take me there sometimes. And man, dude, Chuck E. Cheese is fire. and I think about,
Dude, it's so good.
I can only imagine how epic it was like in its prime in like the 90s or whatever.
Oh yeah. Dude, that it would have been so nice to see with like the actual animatronics and all that. But dude, did you ever see what happened like during like the tail end of the pandemic, what they were doing with delivery?
No.
Dude, so they were like essentially under a different name. They would sell their pizza, deliver pizza on like Uber Eats and all that under a different name. It was like Pascali's Pizza, which is the name of the chef.
Really?
In the franchise. Yeah.
That's awesome. No, I do remember hearing something about that. Yeah. That's crazy. They're desperate. They were desperate. They're like, guys, we got all this pizza. No one's going to get delivery from fucking Chuck E. Cheese. Like, you only eat the pizza when you come to play the games. That's, I mean, kind of genius so when you think about it, but a little sketchy too. A little sneaky.
Yeah.
A little sneaky on Chucky's part. Chucky pulled a fast one on
Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. It's called Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. You can order right now. You can order on the website.
No shit. Dude, Chucky.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Is it? Wait.
All right, we're ordering. That's what we're ordering in a couple weeks. We're going to have some Pasquale's Pizza and Wings.
Aren't we already going to Chuck E. Cheese, though?
Like, why not do both?
Because I'm pretty sure based on what we just talked about, it's the exact same thing.
Exactly. No, it was so weird. So like you played a lot of claw machine games. I didn't. I played more of like the shooter games. Like to this day, my favorite game is the Jurassic Park 3 arcade machine.
Dude,
the shooter.
That one's good.
It was literally like a standing shooter. It was so good because you could press a button and you would move out of the way of the dinosaurs most of the time. It was so fun.
That one is fun. I've played that a good amount of times.
It was so cool.
Those
ones played like these really cool like secret agent type characters and they're just running around and then you get chased by the T-Rex and you have to like dodge it and shoot, dodge and shoot. I'm like, damn, this is too cool. Too cool.
Yeah, those games were sick. Those games always kind of intimidated me at Dave & Buster's too because they have like the booth and then there's like the curtain you got to go in and it's all dark in there.
Oh yeah, no, this one didn't have a booth. This one was like an old school like standing one.
Okay. I don't know if I've done that one then because I know there's a one now where it's like you sit in the booth.
Oh yeah, that one's great.
Okay. Was it kind of like the Terminator 2 one? Have you played that shooter game?
Yeah, I've played the Terminator ones. I've played those.
That one's cool too.
Those are great. I like the Alien one as well. The Alien one is a lot of fun. Yeah. You still see that in spots.
Yeah.
But I found this one. I love it so much. I want to get one for myself. I found it on eBay for like $300, and you just got to replace like the battery. I'm like, ooh,
that would be fire.
Tempting.
I would love to have.
I just don't know where to put it.
I would love to have an arcade cabinet in my own house. Like, oh man,
we'll have it in our office. We'll have it in our office.
Yeah. We'll have a whole room dedicated to it. The arcade,
Exactly.
No, I've always been a sucker for the classic arcade games, man. Like going to the.
Oh yeah.
There was this great arcade bar in the town where my dad used to live, and had all these classic fucking arcade games from like the 80s and 90s. Like that shit is just iconic, man. Classic as shit.
Yeah.
Like Pac-Man is my jam. I love Pac-Man. Pac-Man is so fun. Oh man.
Agreed.
I love Pac-Man. You know what other game? Whatever happened to the Plants vs. Zombies community?
Dude, I don't know.
Like, where did it go?
And you know what's funny? I just replayed Plants vs. Zombies 1.
Fantastic
just replayed
game.
It again. And dude, that game is so good.
Fantastic.
It's so fun.
It's so good.
It's a staple. It's a stapled game.
Absolutely.
It's chef's kiss. It's perfect.
It is really, really good. Where I think they went wrong was with the sequel. It is a full-on... Yeah. It's a full-on mobile game. It's just an iPhone app.
Yeah.
The first one is not.
It's not fun.
The first one...
I take it back. It gets fun. It loses, like, its playability after, like, 2 worlds.
Yeah.
then it's just like really tedious.
Yeah, that's the thing is with the first game, there was like a story and there were different levels, and then when you win, you beat it, you're done. With the second one, it was very much like a Candy Crush kind of situation where there's just like endless levels, and then there's like the daily rewards you got to do, and you got to check in on your garden. And look, some people like games like that. I'm personally not a huge mobile gamer myself. But I was just a little disappointed that we didn't get like a true sequel that I could like play on the Xbox or like the something else. Now where I think they went right was with that fucking game Garden Warfare. That shit was bad.
Garden Warfare was crazy.
Oh man,
that was crazy. I was like, wait, you're telling me a third-person shooter game, and you're playing the plant against zombies? Like, sign me up.
That game
dude.
was badass. I think the graphics were really fun. I think that the skins you could get were really cool. The like different classes of characters were like super creative. I know they made a sequel to it. I don't think I ever tried it.
Yeah, there was like Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah, it was cool though. Who could you play as? Obviously the pea shooter and the sunflower. You could be the kind of piranha plant sort of character, the chomper, I believe he's called.
Yeah, I've never played the Garden Warfare 2. I've never played it.
Yeah. Oh, but, the what was it? The cactus. He was a sniper, right? Isn't that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's fire.
Yes. Yeah, he shoots like the cactus like thorns.
Yeah, dude.
That was pretty badass.
That is badass.
Whoa, there's a game coming out this year, Plants vs. Zombies 3.
No shit.
No shot.
Now
main series,
not a fucking app, not some.
Oh, you're gonna be disappointed when I tell you.
Don't break my heart.
Another free-to-play mobile title. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That sucks. Come on, man.
So sad.
This is what I'm saying.
That's so sad.
The Plants vs. Zombies community has dissolved because of this. Like, the true fans, we want a new game, a real game that I can really absorb.
I agree.
It's just
I agree, man. It's so not fair.
It's big iPhone, fucking big smartphone.
It's
it's
big smartphone.
It's big smartphone. It's all a part of their scheme.
Our day.
They're saying, "Ooh, Plants vs Zombies 3, great idea, but we're gonna make it a mobile game because fuck you." I don't know.
That breaks my heart.
It was such a sick game.
My buddy has been playing. Every time we'll like pop on Discord some nights whenever like people are playing. You probably know him, Noah. He's been playing a Plants vs. Zombies 1 game, but a version where like it's infinitely harder, like early levels, and there's like multiple zombies like are popping out, like multiple like huge swarms. They'll pop out of nowhere with no warning. Like you get more sun, but like it's still hard as hell. It's like much harder.
It's just like a mod.
Really cool. Yeah, it's like a mod essentially. Like it really gets really intense.
What was the gentleman with the pot on his head? What was his name?
Crazy Dave. Crazy Dave.
That's right. Crazy Dave. What an awesome... I wouldn't call him the protagonist. You're the protagonist. You're the unseen protagonist. But Crazy Dave, he's like the lead kind of mascot of the games in a way. Well, who is he? He's your neighbor is what he says, but he comes off to being more as a homeless person. You know?
Yeah, I think he might be homeless because he's got that van in the second game.
Yeah, that's the shop.
He sells you stuff from his truck from his trunk.
The van
of his car.
Isn't it in the original too? His trunk is in the first one as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
that's where you buy shit.
You're right.
And he's got the scraggly beard, and I mean, we've already mentioned the fucking pot that he constantly wears on his head. His eyes are crossed, and he speaks in gibberish. I think he's homeless.
He's like lost it. He's completely lost it.
He's homeless. He's great though because he's one of those characters who like, I'm sure most people who pass him by, and he's like, guys, there's zombies coming, And we got to plant these special plants that are going to shoot at them and kill them. Most people are like, okay, this is a crackhead and I need to get my pepper spray out and protect myself. But in reality, he's smarter than everyone and he's telling the truth. But because of his unorthodox appearance, people assume he's just a crackhead, but he's really trying to do a good thing for society. You know what we need? We need a movie about Crazy Dave.
We need a Crazy Dave, a Plants vs. Zombies origin story.
Yeah, exactly. We learn about who he is.
Pre-zombie apocalypse Dave.
Maybe when he was a young man, he went to Oxford, and he was very distinguished and an esteemed young gentleman. But somewhere along, and he was studying to be a botanist. He knew a lot about plants, and he was doing experiments on these new kind of genetic hybrids of plants that had eyeballs and they could shoot and they could defend themselves and produce sunlight. And maybe they mocked him. They said, "You're a madman. You're just a crazy scientist, Crazy Dave. That's why he's called Crazy Dave."
But at the same time, he accidentally unleashes the zombies, and that's what makes him go crazy.
Oh shit!
And
yeah,
he's never been able to forgive himself.
Oh my god, the experimentation he was doing on the plants, it leaked out and it infected humans as well. But it doesn't. It's almost like It's like Planet of the Apes, right? Where the experiments enhance the plants. That rhymed. That sounds cool. Enhance the plants. We have to enhance the plants. Where the experiments enhance the plants, they fuck up the humans. You know, the virus made the apes smarter, but it killed the humans. Okay, I like this. We might have to write this down. Or studios, if you're listening, give us your money.
I gotta let PopCap Games. We gotta let them know. PopCap Games. Let them know. We got an idea.
Exactly. Yeah. Who's in charge of PopCap Games? That sounds like some Facebook shit.
I have
is
no idea.
Is that Zuck?
Yeah.
Is that Zuck?
It's probably Zuck.
We need to get into contact with the Zuck man.
Based in Seattle, so it's probably like a Jeff Bezos thing.
Okay.
Based in Seattle, subsidiary of EA. They got bought by EA.
Wow.
So it's an EA subsidiary. That's so sad. That's probably why they suck. Is because EA sucks.
Yeah. EA. No, okay, I was about to say they made Jedi Fallen Order in those games, right?
Respawn did Fallen Order.
Okay, I see.
But essentially what happens is like EA owns the Star Wars IP and they let Respawn just have full creative control while they were focused on Battlefield.
Okay.
The Battlefield games. So they did Fallen Order and they did they also did the Titanfall games. They did Titanfall 1 and 2. They did Apex Legends, and then they did Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor, obviously. But apparently now they're going to do another Star Wars strategy game on top of another Jedi Survivor sequel. It's kind of, I think it's confirmed that they're working on a sequel because I think, what's his name? The lead actor, Cal Kestis.
Cameron Monaghan.
Cameron. Yeah, he kind of like confirmed that he's already worked.
Working on They're doing a third. Yeah, it's a trilogy for sure.
Yeah. They have to, right? It's a done deal.
I can only imagine. I mean, like the step above the first game that the second one was. I mean, oh my god, it was everything amazing about the first game and more. Like they really took it to a new level.
Just wish they didn't have all those bugs at the beginning because, like, when I played it from the jump, and I got one of those game breaking glitches that
really
it was so bad. It sent out. It had like a little. I got to a point where it said, game, like it's like some game breaking glitch that says you've passed a key story point. If you continue further, your game may corrupt.
What?
So I was like, I had to like wait like a whole month for them to patch everything and like make everything like good. And then I kept playing it. After that, it was like super smooth sailing. I had so much fun. The game itself is so great.
That blows my mind. I guess I didn't know about any of that shit because I didn't play it until several months later because my fucking PS5 got stolen.
Oh yeah. You wouldn't have known the difference. Yeah. But it was a launch thing. It was like really bad. That was a lot. That was like a. It was like a big deal. A lot of people didn't like that.
Was it like Cyberpunk,
especially
levels
PC?
Of bad? Was it?
Huh?
Was it like Cyberpunk levels of bad?
It wasn't that. It wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. It wasn't like unplayable bad.
Okay.
Like you could fix it, but it's like annoying that the glitches exist.
Yeah.
But I think the game is great. I personally like going double bladed cross guard. I don't know, because I'm really good at timing it with the cross guard.
Cross guard saved my ass.
It's just so much fun.
It's
so fun.
I struggled with the final boss battle. Spoilers against what's his name? I always forget his name.
Yeah.
Fucking what? Baze? Is it
Bode.
Bodakuna. Yeah. Spoilers. We already spoiled it, but spoilers. But yeah, I struggled against that fight, man. And I was just Googling shit. I'm like, what the hell do I need to do to win this? And a lot of what I saw was just go cross guard, and just block hella, and then fucking let loose on him when you get the chance. And that's what I did, and it made it significantly easier. Because I tended to use the same few stances. Like I used a lot of double bladed and a lot of dual wield. I didn't hardly touch the blaster.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't hardly touch the blaster one.
I was not a fan of the blaster. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not a fan. I know it was meant to like stagger, but I just found it like not good enough to like stagger enemies.
It's just like, what Jedi is gonna realistically do that? I thought the whole point was that they use lightsabers.
I guess he's supposed to be like
he's a rogue,
a different kind of Jedi. That's exactly. He's a rogue more than a Jedi. He's just adapting to his environment. So I guess that makes sense. I just personally like. It's nothing against like blaster and saber. It's like I personally just didn't find that play style appealing to me. Or even double bladed, honestly, like not double bladed, dual wielding. Dual wielding was all right, but I liked double blading a lot because it's such a great crowd control style. Oh, yeah.
Especially when you do the one that like he throws it. Yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's so good. It reminds me of Mario Odyssey when he throws the hat.
Yes, exactly. I've been playing Mario Odyssey recently. I know. Yeah, I use that move frequently. It's great whenever you need to collect a ring of coins.
Exactly.
You know? But no,
it's so good.
I like it. You know what they should have done, even though we haven't seen it yet, but we're gonna see it in that new show, The Acolyte. The whip. I want to see a lightsaber whip.
Yes,
that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, you know it's gonna happen because I'm pretty sure that one of the characters in it they've kind of confirmed is one that has a whip. Yeah. Has a whip saber.
And you know, I'm excited to see it. What I'm also excited to see is the outrage that the Star Wars community is going to have, because I know so many people are going to hate it and they're going to think it's stupid, and it's just going to make me laugh because like who the hell wouldn't like that? That's sick as shit. A lightsaber whip? Hell yeah, sign me up. Like and on top of that, it does exist in like comics and stuff, so it's fine, you know?
Exactly. They have nothing to like fall back on. They just either like it or they don't like it. I don't know, man. Just on top of that, just because the lead is going to be a woman.
True.
And it's done and it's created by a woman. It's really
woke.
Annoying.
They're going to say woke.
Just let them. Yeah, like.
I think it looks fire. I think
some of your favorite characters like Padme, Leia, and Ahsoka are women.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna get bombarded with the woke comments, which I think is the dumbest shit in the world. I think the show looks fantastic. So it looks awesome. It looks great. It looks really cool, and I like the investigative. It's like a crime thriller. Yeah. Essentially investigating the crimes of this like former Padawan learner, just like a dangerous word. I just think, and it's like the whole thing of like, this doesn't make sense because they never saw Sith until way later. It's like, just because she has a red lightsaber doesn't mean she's a Sith. Exactly. That's been established. That's been established. Kylo Ren is not a Sith. Just exactly. Yeah. It's been established. PSA. Kylo Ren's not a Sith. Everyone wants to say he's a Sith. Exactly. And this is me being an annoying Star Wars fan, but fucking get it right. No, but yeah, everyone wants to say, oh, it's a Sith if he has a red lightsaber. Actually, no, he might not be a Sith. Actually, you can be a dark side force user and not actually be a Sith. So yeah exactly. I think it looks great. I think the High Republic is a really, really cool era that should definitely be explored. It's sitting right there, it's just like the old Republic. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's fucking just sitting there. Use it.
My favorite era of Star Wars ever is Old Republic.
Yeah.
Use it.
It's
give it to me. Darth Revan. Give me the Darth Revan show. I need.
Yeah.
Actually, don't. I want to make it.
True. Don't make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Yeah. No, yeah.
I love that whole era because it was just like the Wild West, and you've read the book. You have the High Republic book.
Yeah. I've read most of it.
It's I never
finished it, but it is great. It's a great era.
It's still like such an interesting era. Like the Wild West, and they're essentially like cops.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I think the High Republic.
I'm excited to see the Wookiee Jedi. A live action Wookiee Jedi.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
Gonna be so cool.
I think the High Republic era. It's cool to me because Sith are just unheard of. Like, no one even knows what a Sith is. That's why when they see the red lightsaber in the trailer,
right.
They see the red lightsaber and they're like, what the hell is that? I've never seen that in my entire life. This is crazy.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, I think what I'm most excited about with it is just the fact that this is truly the first project that is separated from anything Skywalker, Palpatine, Empire, Rebellion. Like, it has nothing to do with any of that. And I think that's going to be really, really refreshing. I think it's going to be
You're
really
so
refreshing.
right.
I think we need that. I think the Star Wars community needs that.
We do.
Even though, again, I know that everyone's going to hate on it. I can just...
Oh, yeah. You know what's going to happen.
I can feel
When does it come out, right? It comes out in June?
June. Yeah, it comes out in June.
June 4th, 2024, with its first 2 episodes. The other 6 episodes will be released weekly.
Oh, they're doing 8. Okay. For some reason,
I'm good with that.
I assumed it would be a 6-episode thing, but I like the sound of 8.
Me too, but honestly, I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I'm
I
excited.
think that'll be good. I think that's a good amount.
Yeah. Man, do their robes look cool? The golden robes.
Yeah, no. It looks so good. Daphne King is in it.
Yeah.
She plays a Padawan.
She's a hybrid.
Dude, that's so crazy.
She's a human alien hybrid. I read. Yep. Cool. Hey, hell yeah.
Dude, the guy from Squid Games, he's the Jedi Master. He apparently learned English for the movie. For the show.
I forgot he was in that show.
Yeah, he was the lead in Squid Games. He learned apparently it says right here, he learned English for the role.
That's fire.
So that's really cool.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
Respect.
Exactly. I respect dedication.
Yeah.
I think he's got a bunch of like English stuff coming up too, ever since like Squid Game.
I would probably learn a foreign accent or fucking accent. I would probably learn a foreign language to be in a Star Wars movie too.
Yeah.
If Germany called and they were like, "Hey,
Wars.
we're making German Star Wars. We want you to play the main guy, but you just have to learn German." I'd be like, "I'm already on that shit." Imagine that German Star Wars.
I already bought German for Dummies.
I don't know why Germany was the first country that popped in my head, but now I'm imagining just like a German version of Star Wars. I don't know. Maybe
I'm not complaining.
Maybe I thought of that because the Empire is like based off of the Nazis. Maybe that's why my mind went to Germany.
Oh my God,
the stormtroopers.
It's actually not. It's actually the stormtroopers are not. If you ask George Lucas, this is I did the annoying Star Wars thing. If you ask George Lucas, he did a sit down with James Cameron, because James Cameron was talking about how like politics, kind of intersects with sci-fi really well. And James Cameron was like, I modeled like the military after like the U.S. military in Avatar. And George Lucas was like, yeah, the rebels are the Viet Cong and the stormtroopers are actually the U.S.
Oh,
so I was crazy. Like, I saw that and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Like if you think about it, it's kind of crazy when you put it in that context that he's essentially like, we root for the rebels, but they're literally the Viet Cong.
I mean, it certainly fits the time frame when it came out.
Yeah, exactly. It makes sense in that time frame, 100%.
Wow. Cool.
But it's so weird.
Yeah. It kind of like
That's so weird.
that's the true underlining meaning, and he used we use the Nazis as the scapegoat. We're like, yeah, that's they suck. They're Nazis.
I mean,
but then,
they do venture.
Yeah,
they do venture
for
into
sure.
that
Definitely
that kind of iconography.
Definitely
Very much
in
so.
The Force Awakens, that part when General Hux is like doing his speech,
yeah.
so
100%.
Nazi coded. so very
100%.
Very Hitler.
Oh yeah. The sequels definitely venture into like the Nazi type of feeling.
Yeah. I think absolutely. Because don't the stormtroopers all like raise their arms up in the air in that moment? And it literally it looks
they do
like they're doing the Hitler thing.
It's so crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's very Nazi-esque. I'm excited for the Skeleton show as well. Skeleton Crew. A lot of stuff coming out.
I think Skeleton Crew, I'm excited for that one as well. I think it's going to be a more lighthearted, kind of fun 80s kind of Goonies vibe show. That's what I'm hearing, and I'm all for that.
I'm getting Goonies vibe. I'm getting like Stand By Me vibes.
Yes. And then on top of that, you're going to have Jude Law, I think, as this kind of grizzled, jaded guy who I think what it's going to be is a situation where he doesn't really want to be around any of these kids, but he's forced to, and he grows to love them.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of like
he's a Force user.
Okay, nice.
It's confirmed he's a Force user, so I think he might be like a Jedi.
He's a bit of a Gru character.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah,
exactly. He doesn't want to be around, but he kind of has to.
And then before he knows, it's like, oh, I kind of fucking love these kids. But my biggest thing I want to see with it, and this is, I mean, I really have nothing to base this off of. It's all my own speculation. But I hope that the villain, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this with you before, I hope the villain is Hondo Ohnaka, the pirate from the Clone Wars.
That would be crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, the show is called Skeleton Crew.
It would make sense.
It's called Skeleton Crew. They say that it's got Goonies vibes, and pirates are a big thing in the Goonies. So I feel like a show like this, with the kind of upbeat, cheerful vibe I think we're gonna get out of it, pirates would be the perfect villains against a group of ragtag kids and their grumpy uncle, you know. And Hondo is just great.
You're so right.
He's so silly and
he's a great character.
Yeah,
he's a great character.
I would love to see that.
He's great in the ride. He's great in the show. He's great in everything.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's really, really good. Yeah, it's weird that the first live action rendition of Hondo we ever got was the fucking ride.
In the ride.
What's with that? Why is this the first time we're seeing him in live action?
I saw recently there was like a cool Easter egg you could do on the ride that makes it where instead of Hondo talking to you, it's Chewbacca the whole time.
I've seen that as well. Yeah, how do you do that? How do you unlock that?
I have no idea. I think it's like a button press, like on
you gotta,
one of some.
You gotta do like just specific sequence.
Engineer.
You gotta put in the Konami code.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I like it. How about that live
action? Yeah, it's like a sequence.
Yeah. How about that live action fucking Mufasa shit, though?
Oh my god, bro. Dude. Okay. Here's my thoughts. I'm hopeful because and only because Barry Jenkins is doing it.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I'm hopeful. If anybody else was doing this, I would be instantly hating on it, thinking that it was going to be the worst thing ever made.
Yeah, and just on top of that,
because it's like, who needs it?
Yeah.
We don't need it.
I just think it's interesting and unique that this is a new original story, technically, and that's kind of drawing to me. That kind of draws me to it because they didn't just do it. They didn't just say, "Nah, we're just going to do a live action remake of The Lion King 2." They were like, no, we're actually going to make an entirely different sequel. Prequel? It's kind of both, right? Kind of like the Godfather type shit, where it's going to...
Yeah, essentially, it's a prequel, and the story is that Rafiki is telling Kiara, the daughter of Simba, the story of how her grandfather Mufasa became king. While Timon and Pumbaa add color commentary? Hold on!
Wait, they add what? What does that mean? Color commentary?
Add color color commentary. So like it's remember in like the Knuckles show, like the commentators, that's color commentary.
Oh wait,
like
is it
play-by-play commentary?
kind of like they did that in Lion King 1.5, right?
Yes,
Okay.
dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I might be on board with this new Mufasa project.
It's Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner are back.
They were arguably one of the best parts about the other one, which was otherwise shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I'll see. I mean, I'll see it.
Bueno.
I'll be cautiously optimistic with this new one, but it's the most.
I think the biggest issue with the live action, it's not even live action. The Lion King, it's animated. It's just made to look like live action.
Oh yeah.
I think my biggest issue with it is that it's not even like the visuals. It's just like, actually, it is it's the visuals because like when you see the original animation, like essentially when Simba as a cub sees like the herd, the stampede running, you see like the shock and horror in his face. Or when Mufasa dies, you see the shock and horror in his face. You can't really see that
expressions
with this form of animation. And on top of that, I just feel like there was just no passion in the voice actors.
No. Not
There's
at all.
no passion. You don't feel anything extra from them.
No, yeah,
you definitely feel it with like Beyonce. Beyonce's just kind of like saying her lines.
Even Donald Glover.
And you don't.
Even Donald Glover.
Which I'm like, damn, Donald, what are you doing?
Damn, Donald, come on, man. I thought you were the GOAT. No, I mean, I remember.
Exactly.
I remember the day they dropped whatever like Instagram post and they revealed the whole voice cast for the new Lion King, and everyone was going crazy. They're like, "Whoa, what a goated cast!" And it is a goated cast. I'm like, "Whoa, Childish Gambino as Simba, that's fucking fire." But then, yeah, when it came out, like it was so emotionless. And you're right. I think the fact that they just looked like real lions took away from that, because in the cartoon they can give them these exaggerated emotions because they're fucking cartoon talking animals. It's almost like that's the whole point. You know, like when you make them just look like a National Geographic documentary, like there's no emotion behind that. I don't see anything.
Oh yeah,
it's just,
dude, the only people that like gave good performances were Seth Rogen, Billy Eichner, and John Oliver as Zazu,
and like, James Earl Jones.
Those are. Yeah, and James Earl Jones, obviously, he's a treasure. But like, John Oliver was hilarious as Zazu.
True,
and honestly, so perfect. What a perfect casting.
That's true. I can get behind that.
He sounds like he was Zazu in his previous life.
I can get behind that.
He was great. And then Billy Eichner was great, and Billy Eichner is like a different twist on Timon. I like the Nathan Lane version a little more.
Nathan Lane,
it's not a bad version.
The original version is very akin to like kind of like very Mike Wazowski, I think, but a little more like more like game show hosty. He's a little more charismatic than Mike Wazowski. I think Mike's a little more pessimistic.
Oh yeah.
This new one though, this new Timon is almost a bit of a little diva, you know, and he's cheeky.
Yes,
you know,
which is kind of like Billy Eichner.
Of course,
very much is like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then Pumbaa, Seth Rogen does what Seth Rogen does. He's just great.
Yeah,
you know?
They said just go, just be you, just read the lines,
just be you,
do your thing.
And I love how just Eric Andre's in it. Just Eric Andre and Keegan-Michael Key, they're just casually in it.
Yeah, they're
it's so weird.
They're some of the hyenas, right? Biggest
exactly.
injustice they did though was cutting down Be Prepared to like 15 seconds. What the fuck was that?
Oh,
dude, that's one of the coolest sequences.
My heart.
Speaking of Nazis, in the cartoon, those hyenas, they look like marching Nazis. That shit is sick and scary and badass. And they just said, we're gonna leave that out of this one.
I think what they did, what Disney has done recently is they've tried to like kidify the villains, where there's no like menace behind them like they used to.
Yeah.
Like that scene with Scar, Be Prepared, is like, all right, he's the villain. You feel it.
Yeah.
You're like,
exactly.
Like even as a kid, you're like, I'm in.
Yeah.
This guy's bad. This guy's cool, but he's in a bad way.
And the hyenas.
But like now, like with Wish, the song for the villain, it's like so.
What does he say?
Poppy.
He's like,
it's like whatever.
This is the thanks I get. This is the thanks I get. Some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like, oh, okay. You know, like it's not. You don't feel the
No,
severity of the villain. You don't feel.
No, yeah.
You don't feel as much lately that they're really a villain.
That, yeah.
But then, I feel like Princess and the Frog was the last great one.
Dr. Facilier, yeah, he was great. No, but
yeah, dude, he
that
was
shit
great.
with the Lion
Keith
King,
David.
man. Like they took away the fear of Scar, because like I said, those hyenas, when they're marching, bro, like he has an army in front of him. Like they look like evil fucking Nazis. You know, it's badass.
Yeah, 100%.
Not saying that Nazis are badass. I'm just saying it looks cool how evil they are, and that you don't get that.
No, they really hit the point across of them looking evil.
Yeah,
they really
exactly.
make it perfectly. They perfectly hit the point.
You don't
the nail
get
on
that
the head.
anymore. You just
like,
don't.
These guys are bad. These guys are menacing. Our heroes should be afraid, and it works so well.
And now
works so well.
Now they're like, psych, Chris Pine, sing a pop song. You're evil.
Exactly. I'm like, okay,
do it. Sing a pop song, but don't forget you're also evil. It's like, what?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Like if you look at the. Have you seen Wish?
No,
I haven't seen Wish.
I've
just seen the basic premise of it.
I wanted to see it because I really wanted to give it a chance because I love Disney, and I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance, but it came out, and unfortunately the reviews, I usually don't like to let the reviews like make me not see a movie, but they were so bad, and I just couldn't.
I was the same.
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I tend to not let reviews bother me. I saw Rise of Skywalker and I was like, I'm not letting these reviews bother me. I'm excited for this movie. And then I came and I'm like, oh no, actually they were right. That was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It is what it is. I'm sure I'll watch it eventually, but
if you look at the synopsis is like he controls like who gets wishes and who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, well, everybody should have wishes. But if you think about it, he's actually not that bad of a guy for doing that. Because not everybody should have wishes.
No, yeah.
You know,
isn't it
that
like,
just creates chaos. He's creating he's stabilizing the country.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, people should be allowed to wish whatever they want. Well, then everybody's rich.
You're
everybody has
right.
Like everything.
What if
it's
someone
all pure chaos?
What if someone wished to be like an evil wizard and they could kill everyone in the town? Huh? Maybe that's a wish we wouldn't stop. No, I think it's like I think from in the trailer, they're like little floating bubbles, and he's like, everyone can wish something, but only some of them get granted. And I think you're right. I think probably not all of them need to be granted, because who wants to live in a world where you can just wish for anything you want and you just immediately get it? I mean, maybe that sounds appealing, but it would probably get pretty fucking old and unfulfilling. So. Yeah, maybe that's why his evil villain song is a pop song, because maybe he is not a villain after all. Wow, what a beautiful lesson we learned. And with that, we are right around an hour. What a wonderful thing to end it on. The first episode.
What a beautiful thing. Yeah, what a way. I can't believe we went from Knuckles to Disney's Wish.
Yeah. Chris Pine, he's just misunderstood. King Magnifico, I think his name is.
I don't care.
I don't care. All right.
I don't care.
All right, everyone. Well, that was the first episode. We hope you enjoyed us just rambling on about random shit. We'll be back next week. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Any final remarks, my friend?
Thank you so much. And hopefully this is the first of many. And I'm excited to just ramble on with you guys.
Yes, hell yeah. All right, thanks guys. Have a good day, night, I don't know.